flowers will be better done by molten. Your German grandma's on the table.
I don't like German.
Child, you know how anxious your guardian gets about your intelligence.
Sometimes he's so serious that I think he cannot be quite well.
Oh, I don't know one who has a higher sense of duty and responsibility.
I suppose that is why you often look a little bored while the three of us are together.
Mr. Worthing has many troubles in his life. Idle merriment and triviality would be out of place in his conversation. You must remember that his constant anxiety is about his younger brother, Ernest.
I keep a diary in order to enter the wonderful secrets of my life. If I didn't write them all down, I should probably forget all about them.
Memory is a diary that we carry with us.
Yes, but it usually chronicles the things that have never happened and couldn't possibly have happened. I believe that memory is responsible for nearly all the three-volume novels in that news sends us.
Do not speak slightingly of the 3-volume novel. I wrote one once.
Did you really? Oh, how clever, Miss President. How wonderfully clever you are. Oh, I hope it did not end happily. I don't like novels that end happily. They depress me so much. But I see dear Dr. Trosville is coming up to the garden.
Dr. Chasuble, this is indeed a pleasure.
How are we this morning? Miss Prism, I trust you were doing well.
Miss Prism has just been complaining of a slight headache. I think it would do her good to, so much good to have a short stroll with you in the park.
Cecily, I haven't mentioned anything about a headache.
No, dear Miss Prism, I know that, but I felt instinctively that you had a headache.
I hope you're not being inattentive, Cecily.
Oh, I'm afraid I am.
That is strange, especially with your new medication.
I think, dear doctor, I will have a stroll. I think I actually do have a headache and a walk would do it well.
With pleasure, Miss Prism. We might go as far as the schools and back.
Horrid political economy, horrid geography, horrid German. Oh my gosh, where's my next?
You have a visitor, Cecily. Mr. Ernest Worthing has come from the town.
Oh, that's brother. Did you tell him Mr. Worthing was in town?
Yes, miss. I mentioned that you and Miss Prism were in the garden. He said he was anxious to speak to you privately for a moment.
Ask Mr. Ernest Worthing to come here. I suppose you had rather talk to the housekeeper, Mother Hooper.
Yes, Miss Cecily.
I have never met any really wicked person before. I've never felt this rather frightened. I'm so afraid you will look just like everyone else. Cousin Cecily, I'm sure. Oh, you are some strange mistake. I'm not little. In fact, I am more than usually tall for my age. Cousin Cecily, you are Uncle Jack's brother, my cousin Ernest, my wicked cousin Ernest. Oh, I'm not really wicked at all, dear Cecily. You mustn't think that. If you're not, then you have certainly been deceiving us all in a very inexcusable manner. I hope you have not been leading a double life, pretending to be wicked and being really good at all at the same time. That would be hypocrisy. Of course, I have been reckless. I am glad to hear it. In fact, now you mention the subject, I've been very bad in my own way. I don't think you should be so proud of that. Though I know she must have been very pleasant. It's much pleasanter than you. I can't understand how you're here at all. About my what? You're emigrating. Who's coming up to buy your outfit? I certainly would let Jack buy my outfit, Uncle Jack. He has no taste in neckties at all. Australia? I'd sooner die.
Well, he said that at dinner on Wednesday night that you would have to choose between this world, the next world, and Australia.
Oh, well, the accounts that I was received from the next world and Australia, of course, are not particularly encouraging. This world right here with you is good enough for me, Cousin Cecily.
Yes, but are you good enough for it?
I'm afraid I'm not.
It is rather quixotic of you, but I think you should try.
I will. I feel better already.
You are looking a little worse.
That's because I'm a little hungry.
How thoughtless of me. I should have remembered that when one is going to lead an entirely new life, one requires regular and wholesome meals. Won't you come in?
I guess, but I never really had an appetite without having a buttonhole first. Might I have one?
Marital meal?
No, I'd sooner have a pink rose.
Why?
Because you are like a pink rose. I really, oh, thank you. Wow, but lovely.
I don't think that it can be right for you to talk to me like that. Miss Prism never says such things to me.
Miss Prism is an old, short-sighted lady.
Oh, I don't think I would carry kind of sensible man. I should know what to talk to him about.
Well, I think you were the prettiest girl I ever saw.
You are much too low, Dr. Chasuble.
Believe me, I do not deserve some neologistic phrase. The practice was distinctly against matrimony.
Well, surely this celibacy leads your vessels astray.
But is a man not equally attractive when married?
No, actually, a man is only attracted to the woman he is married to. Where's Cecily?
Perhaps she followed us to the schools.
Mr. Worthy?
Mr. Worthing, this is indeed a surprise. We did not expect you here until Monday.
I have returned sooner than I expected. Dr. Chasuble, I hope you are well.
Dear Mr. Worthing, I trust this garb does not reflect some great cruelty.
My brother. More shameful of debts and extravagance.
Is he still leading a life full of pleasure?
Dead!
Your brother Ernest dead?
Quite dead. What lesson for him? I trust he will profit by it.
Mr. Worthing, I offer you my sincerest...
Poor Ernest. He had many faults, but it is a sad blow.
Very, very sad indeed. Were you with him at the end?
No, he died abroad. Paris, in fact. I had a telegram last night from the manager of the Grand Hotel.
Was the cause of the death mentioned?
A severe chill, it seems. He seems to have expressed a desire to be buried in Paris. People who live entirely pleasurable lives usually are. The fact is, I would like to be Christianed myself this afternoon if you have nothing better to do.
But surely, Mr. Worthing, you have been christened already.
I don't remember anything about it.
But Mr. Worthing, do you have any grave doubts on the matter?
I certainly intend to have. Of course, I don't know if the theme would bother you in any way, or if you think I'm a little too old for old now.
Not at all. The sprinkling and indeed the immersion of adults is a perfectly canonical practice.
much fun if we pushed him along with other babies. It would be childish. Would have past 5 do.
Admirably. And now, dear Mr. Worthing, I will not intrude any longer into the house of sorrow. I would merely beg you not to be too much bowed down by grief. What seem to us bitter trials are often blessings in disguise.
This seems to me a blessing in the most obvious manner.
Uncle Jack, I'm pleased to see you back, but what horrid clothes you have got on. Do go and change them.
Cecily?
My child, my child.
What is the matter, Uncle Jack? Do look happy. You look as if you have a toothache. I've got such a surprise for you. Who do you think is in the dining room? Why, your brother.
Who? What nonsense!
Oh, don't say that. However badly he may have behaved to you in the past, he's still your brother. You couldn't be so heartless as to disown him. Tell him to come out. And you will shake hands with him. Won't you, Uncle Jack?
These are very joyful tidings.
After we had all been resigned to his loss, the sudden return seems peculiarly distressing.
My brother is in the dining room. I don't know what it all means. I think it's perfectly absurd. Good heavens!
Brother John, I've gone to town to tell you that I'm very sorry about the trouble I've given you, and I intend to lead a better life in the future. You know?
Uncle Jack, you're not going to refuse your brother's hand, are you?
Nothing will induce me to take his hand. I think his coming down here is disgraceful. He knows perfectly well why.
Oh, Uncle Jack, do be nice. This is some good in everyone. There's some good in everyone. Ernest has just been telling me about his poor and fallen friend, Mr. Bunbury. He goes to visit so often, and surely there must be much good in one who is kind to an invalid and leaves the pleasures of London to sit by a bed of pain.
Oh, he has been telling you about Bunbury, has he?
Yes, tell me all about the poor Bunbury and his terrible state of health.
Bunbury? Well, I won't have him talk to you about Bunbury or about anything else. It is enough to drive one perfectly frantic.